Coach moved it up a little bit. Good thing you did. The rain came right at the end. Just kind of talk about your workout.
Well, it's good to get back on the practice field. It was a little wet, but we got back down there, and it was good practice overall. Don't say too much till I watch the tape, but I thought it was good. And then the bottom falls out right as we're getting off the field. So I think with the forecast this afternoon, it's really good to bump practice up and be able to go this morning. So we didn't miss anything. Today got our whole full practice in, and we'll go back and evaluate this afternoon tape and everything. So it's just kind of winding down a little bit this week with camp and get more back into a game week type deal next week.
As you approach getting into game week next week, what are you looking for over this last week or so?
Well, you're just making some final decisions, kind of where guys are and who who's going to be on the bus and who's going to go to scout team and things like that, and evaluating players and constantly motivating those guys to get better, and that's our goal, to get on the bus and get on the field for us ultimately. But just making those decisions and starting to get some guys well. We've had some tweaked hamstrings and different things like that we got to get well and kind of take care of some guys and get them ready to play. But overall we're pretty healthy.
Continuing what we've done the last few days, talking about position breakdowns, your safeties. That was a position last year where you had some new guys step in, play a lot of minutes, and now all those guys are back, and you've got some help back there.
Well, it's good. It's a good place to be experienced at. Going into the season last year, we knew that was going to be a growing process, and I think we learned some things from the first game all the way through the season. But they matured and they got better, and they didn't make the same mistakes twice and things like that. So that's a veteran group back there. They're doing a really good job at that position. You got Folo Johnson, who is just coming to his own at safety, and then you got DeBarius Miller, who is probably playing as well as anybody on our football team right now. He's doing a really good job, and Saran Neal and some of those other guys. Saran, you're gonna see him in a lot, and so we got those guys that are going to be able to go in and make plays for us. But it's a constant thing. That guy, nobody realizes when that defensive tackle takes B gap instead of A gap, or he slants the wrong direction, or if the defensive end, if he was supposed to squeeze and take the dive and he took the quarterback, you don't notice that a lot. The coaches notice that, and you notice it in film, but people in the stands don't notice it. But now them safeties mess up, them corners mess up. Everybody knows it. Everybody's looking at the program. Well, who's that guy? He just gave up a deep ball, or he missed an open field tackle. So those guys have a lot of pressure on them, and they got to have play the deal with this, play the next play mentality, and not letting the last play bother them. So they got to have no conscience a lot of times as well.